First up is Jenny DeLacy, award-winning brand message strategist, coach, and founder of Talking Digital. Jenny helps business owners and leaders get their message right every time in the room, on the page, and when briefing AI. And joining her is Anna Osharov, founder of Flint & Lancha, marketing strategist, launch expert, and Telstra Business Women's Awards nominee. Anna helps businesses turn big ideas into smarter marketing. Successful launches and campaigns that get results. Basically, if your message and marketing are a bit of a SHaiT show, Jenny and Anna are the people to call.
Oh, yeah. You turned it into a video and we look at each other. Oh my God.
I know. Isn't it amazing what AI can do? We're like, hey,
So much fun.
And the guys, we made him.
We did.
Actually,
we chose him because he's a little bit cute and we liked his voice.
I actually think that they made him for us. I believe that I put in what I would like from our avatar.
That's right, because there was an avatar we wanted, remember, who looked a bit more Magnum PI.
Yes.
And we couldn't, it wouldn't seem to.
Yeah, I don't know what we could or couldn't do, but we nailed that. He is quite attractive.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Like his voice. And I think that was the thing. We couldn't, I don't know, maybe we had to change his voice, but it was all on CapCut. So that whole intro, everybody, was made on CapCut. The jingle was not. The jingle was made on Gemini. Actually, I've got a really cool story about jingles and some of the fun things I have done this week. They did not include AI, but, just a bit of fun for us to go through. But, yeah, for those that are watching and following us at home, welcome. Welcome to Talking SHaiT, where Jenny DeLacy and I really have a conversation about what we've been doing in the world of AI over the last week, sharing some insights, sharing some learnings, talking about some tips and ideas on what we have learned and really, answering people's questions, although I don't think we have any questions this week. So, for those, again, if you're watching this and you want us to play around with something legally, please drop us
Put it in a comment.
Yes.
And we'll have a go.
But, yeah, I believe I'm just having a look at my CapCut. I do prefer CapCut on my phone. I just don't know what it is. But when I look at my CapCut and I go to the AI tools on there, one of the AI tools, and I pay for CapCut because I do use it regularly, is AI avatars. And it does a really weird thing. When you look for AI avatars, that you have to choose your media first, which is very weird because you don't need the media. But anyway, it asks you to choose your media. So you choose your media, you add the media to the page, and then it has avatars. So I'm not sure why the first one is like Santa Claus over here.
Yeah, that's right. Remember, it was like, please, let's not do that.
We wanted Harold because Harold's, Magnum PI style, attractive man. Oh, it's focusing on my face. If I move my face, it's focusing on Harold. But we, for some reason, couldn't make his voice, etc. So we made one, and we actually made this avatar. It's my avatar 15. That's the person that we created.
Yeah.
We made him. We actually prompted AI to do that for us, and we prompted the type of, we didn't, we looked for the voice and then added the voice to the avatar, and that's actually how we created that intro. So for those playing along at home, if you are looking to, maybe you've got a podcast going, maybe you've got a show like this going, and you want to make it really fast and easy to create your overview, your introduction, the jingle for your show, the logo, etc. All of the things that we have done, we have used AI to create. So if you want to know more, please do reach out. But today we've got a few elements that we wanted to cover and to share. I guess the first thing is we had some commitments that we made last week. So those went straight out the window because, we're all busy. Actually, I think Jenny did my commitments on my behalf instead. She went and tried to work out what Claude Cowork is and actually created some stuff. So, I guess Jenny did.
I spent a lot of time in there. And herein lies one of the problems I want to raise about because this is about AI fluency. It's about us. We're learning, we're using the tools, and we want to share that with our community as well. There's really smart AI people out there building AI employees and putting whole processes together, and people are paying them quite a lot of money for it. But for the vast majority of the people that we spend time with, you're going to want to set stuff up that suits you, that you can use, that you're not paying a subscription to someone else for. So Claude Cowork is amazing, but what I discovered is a problem for me is that because I ramble and it gets a lot of word salad from me as a new idea comes up from the prompt response from the one before, the chats get too long, and that is universally an issue. Even if you do that in any of the other AI platforms, it starts to forget what on earth you are there to do. And I'm like, okay, that's obviously going to keep happening because that's what I do. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that now. And I'm straying too far from the start of what the chat was for. And then it starts to forget what it's even doing. And so I said as part of my global instructions in Claude Cowork, which I can show you in a sec, part of it is always remind me when I change the subject inside a chat. And now it does. It says, we're getting off topic now. Do you want to finish this bit before you start a new chat for the other bit? And I'm like, yes, please. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then the other thing that I notice, of course, is that if you've got lots of ideas and you're interrogating, doesn't have to be Claude Cowork, could be any of them, it creates a lot of outputs, a lot of assets, a lot of maybe documents, a lot of processes, some images, all sorts of stuff. And I started getting overwhelmed by basically how much extra digital clutter I'm creating for myself, because I forget that I've done it, and then I go back in, I might rework it, or I'm just not using it.
Claude Cowork.
So now I've said,
can we just back up for a second? I would like to just explain. I think we had a quick chat about this. For those following us at home who may not know the difference, can you just explain the difference between like Claude AI, Claude Cowork, Claude Code? I don't think either one of us is using Claude Code.
No, we're not using Claude Code yet. So I'll leave that to one side for a minute. We'll go down that rabbit hole another day. But Claude.ai is simply the website that you would download the apps from, or you can actually use Claude you can chat on Claude AI. But if you want to use Cowork, it's an actual, it's a separate desktop app. So what happens, Cowork does things for you. Like it will actually clean up my folders and files. It will go through emails and delete spam, or it can actually it can do things for you. And I'll explain a couple of the things I did in a minute. Whereas Claude Chat is literally just brainstorming, like most of us that would have started out just using ChatGPT. You're just putting in a simple prompt and you get an outcome. And so Claude Chat is similar. What I've discovered though is that I get a lot more visual output from Claude across the board than I was ever getting from ChatGPT, which I found really fascinating. And that was before I put all my global instructions in. So this week, the two things, and I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. One of them was, and I'm so problem driven. I got a problem. This thing really shits me. I want to get better at that thing. Yeah. That's what drives how I am using AI. And the first one was, how many screenshots can I actually take and let them just live in a little screenshot graveyard on my desktop? I was like, oh my God, you've got a lot of crap on here and I don't even know what they are. So one of the first things I did with Claude Cowork was said, can you clean up my desktop? And I'll just grab the a picture for you. I actually just took a screenshot, so you don't have to look at the entirety of my.
add to your screenshots. Graveyard. Yes, great.
Oh, no, actually, no, I won't do that because now I can't find where I put it. But what it did was, and I'll open it in a sec when you're talking about something else. It went through all the screenshots on my desktop and categorized them and said, well, you've got quite a few here that are about, you've obviously been in a webinar and you're learning something. So I've created a folder called Learning, I think it's called. And any screenshot that's clearly I have been in a webinar and I've taken a screenshot of something that I really wanted to remember and it's put it in a separate folder. So it did quite a bit of that.
That's great, because my greatest challenge has been to understand, and I think this is what Claude Cowork does well, is it actually asks you questions to help it do the work on your behalf. So my challenge has been like, I have so much stuff on my computer. Like I've got stuff from university and the teaching I do at university. I've got stuff from like, you know, my past businesses, my current businesses. It's all in random folders, but I don't want to just mass delete, and I also don't want to spend hours of my life trying to work out what to keep and what not to keep. And the challenge I know that Claude Cowork can do this for us, but my challenge has been, which is why I still haven't done it, is I don't understand, I don't have clarity on how to tell it what it should and should not keep and get rid of. And so therefore I'm just not.
Well, it asks you every time. So this is the thing. What it did was, and I don't even think, I'm just trying to see if I'll share my screen and show you what the original prompt was. It should let me just share that, I think. Tell me if you can see that.
Yes.
Oh, now that's not the one I wanted. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, I wanted you to see my actual, can you see Claude now, the desktop screenshot organization?
No, I just see what you see. This is really solid service concept, Jenny. Like, get small businesses where the founder has a profile, but their team doesn't. That's very smart,
there
Jenny.
You go. So that's actually not what I want to show you. I want to show you what my image, what I actually got it to share with me.
All right.
When it cleaned up my desktop, it's not letting me share. Oh, it'll share a window. Sorry. Duh.
Yes, it will share the window.
Just share a window. Let's have a little looky here. And that way I can show you what I actually meant to show you. All right. So help me organize recent screenshots on my desktop. So this was when you open Claude Cowork for the first time, it's got some ideas. Hey, do you want to clean up your desktop? I'm like, sure. And so that's why it's got organized with a Z, right? This is the prompt that it gave itself. I didn't create this one.
Help me organize recent screenshots on my desktop. So it actually did that all by itself.
So so when the very first time you opened Cowork, it gives you some ideas for what you could use it for. Ooh. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so I only did the last 14 days. There were I did 10 at a time. Yeah. But I wanted to show you there were 267 screenshots in there for the last. So what is happening to my brain that I would take that many screenshots? I don't know. Anyway, so it looked in the last 10, and it said
password.
Thank God I deleted that one, right?
Yeah.
And so there were things I'd taken of people's LinkedIn profiles, application form that I'd saved for some reason, and all this other stuff. And then it says, okay, here's what I propose. I'm going to keep and rename 7 of them. And I'm creating some subfolders and we're deleting the rest. I'm like, yes, delete. So it just did that over and over again. Just kept categorizing them, deleting them, keeping them, whatever they were. And then it did another 10 and another 10. And I just think that was just such a helpful task. So what I wanted to explain after that, what I did was I said, all right, make this a regular scheduled task. Every Monday morning at 9 o'clock, run this task, and it does. It did it. So what it does is it gives you I get a desktop notification that Claude's waiting for my approval to delete something or change something or move something. And And so that's something that I found really helpful this last 2 weeks is every time I did some sort of prompt, I would say, now make this happen regularly so I don't have to remember. Because that's one of my biggest bloody issues.
I do have a question on that. How long did it take Claude to do the batches, and how much did you have to monitor and respond to its questions, and how often?
Well, it did 10 at a time, and they were really fast. So it was only me going in and just looking at what it proposed and going, yes, go ahead, yes, go ahead, yes, go ahead. So I would say maybe definitely under 10 minutes of me just sort of double checking or saying yes, delete them.
200 and whatever, well under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got it down to, I think I deleted 220 something.
Wow.
And it just categorized the rest into things I'll go back and, have a look at, which I thought was amazing. And the other thing I did, I'm terrible at follow-up, absolutely terrible at it. And of course we can do automations through, you Go High Level app that you use. But it's more about, because I've rejoined BNI and the structure of it is really important to me. That's why it works for me. I catch up with a lot of people. We're building relationships. We're getting to know each other. I want to know who their ideal referrals are, and they want to know about mine. And what happens is, I don't know where, yes, I could go into Go High Level and put the information in there and it saves it in there and that's fine. But I want to send a follow-up email within 48 hours that just summarizes what my understanding is of their business and who they would really love to be introduced to. And so I went into Claude and said, all right, anytime there's an event in my Google Calendar, because I've connected it, that says 1-to-1 in the event name, I want a follow-up. I want a task within 48 hours later to remind me to send a follow-up email. I want the email template, and I want you to tell me how I can take notes to make that really easy. Amazing.
Wow. And
amazing. So I did take a photo of it. It's incredible. It's so good. So what it did, where is it?
I really hope you guys
are calendar event follow-up. Let me just show you this. Let me show you the calendar event follow-up.
This is amazing.
I know. And this is the thing. People are feeling overwhelmed by how much AI can do, but just little things like that I think, you know what? Follow-up is so important, and I am naturally really terrible at it, and I always have been. And so I'm like, all right, let's see if I'm not going to solution
if it's
to this
not
problem.
now, it's never.
Yeah, that's right. So let me just share that window again and show you. Yeah, if it's not right now, it's never. That's exactly right.
That's why we have team and/or AI agents that help us instead of team. That's amazing.
So I said, create a scheduled and repeated task for every time there's a calendar event with 1-to-1 in the title to remind me to send a follow-up email to the person, so it's done that. But then it's like, so every day at 5 o'clock, I'm going to check your calendar for the day. But what it also did was I said, is there a way I can take sort of notes that will support populating the email? And all it's done is said, while you're in that meeting, answer these questions in the meeting description. So it's so quick. It doesn't have to be a lot of words. It's like I just had one before, and I'm going to go in and populate it about Tasha, who's an amazing bookkeeper. And then it actually wrote the email. It wrote the email for me, but I can't see where the email's gone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the email is ready to go. I've just got and it's going to populate it with the notes I put in the schedule in the description, and then it can send the email for me if I want it to, or I can do it, and I still have to give it permission to send the emails. So yeah, I just thought that was unreal.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah,
there we go.
For someone who forgets stuff all the time, that is something that bugs me. That I really don't naturally do that, because if I've closed this little notebook, I'm probably not thinking about you anymore. Yeah, and so how can I do that better? How can I be better at
That's amazing.
I reckon that's going to make a huge difference.
Wow. All right. Cool.
So that's Cowork. So they're two examples of really simple sort of
Yeah,
co-work.
and I do want to see what you did for LinkedIn and how to do an audit, but I'm going to steal your show for a little bit.
Yeah, go. I want to know about Google Studio.
Somebody else talking. Yeah, you look for that. So, as I said, for myself, I didn't do any of the things I committed to doing. However, we are currently in the process of reviewing our service offering for Launcher. We've been really focused on helping people be seen, heard, and chosen. We primarily have been doing that, focusing on events, because that is a challenge for so many people that want to run their own events. So our team has been really well trained on how to set up the back end for your event launch. So your landing pages, your thank you pages, your forms, your email structure for both invitation, nurture, and follow-up emails, the SMSs, the landing page content, all of that our team will set up to ensure that you are able to launch your event, drive traffic for people to register, and then be able to follow up, make sure that they come along and then follow up after the event. So that's what we've been focused on. However, what I've realized is that people need more ongoing authority content in order to run events, because if you're not known, then if you're not seen and you're not heard, then you're not going to be chosen. And so we really started to look at how can we provide a service offering that's going to support people who are experts and influencers to be seen, heard, and chosen. I've been working with Joe's the partner in Launcher with me. Joe's gone down this whole pathway of AI. He's building a full business ecosystem, which I am not. So it takes time, and I like to get things done quickly because I've got things to sell. We have deadlines. And so I decided to try out some of the AI tools to help me, one, build a web page. So Google AI Studio is a free platform, and it actually enables you to build both landing pages, websites, but also apps. And so I actually built our web page, which is good, bad, neither. But what I then turned that into is a pitch deck to be able to share with our prospects. And the reason I did that is because I had a meeting and somebody said, send me stuff. And I went, ooh, how do I do that quickly and easily? So I found a solution just like you, let's do something. And so what I end up doing is I'm going to share my screen here. And
I haven't even checked it out. This is really exciting because me, I hate creating slides. Like that is my arch nemesis.
So look, I started all of this in ChatGPT because it knows everything about me and our business, etc. And so I asked ChatGPT to create the prompt in order to be able to do this, which it did. And so on the way that this works is on the left-hand side here. I'm just going to go back to the start so that you can see the whole process here. So your options here is you've got your playground, which enables you to do things like build your pages. So a whole bunch of stuff, code and chat and image generation. I kind of got lost in this whole space. And realize that you've got build. Yeah. And in build, you can actually build. Oh, I don't even know what the dashboards. I'll have a look at that. But for now, it's build. So you could build a new app. And that's literally what I did. So I went in and I was like, launch a marketing website. This is what it looked like. It takes a little while to refresh for the preview, but essentially on the left-hand side here, you put in the code and it literally does the actions for you. So it's telling you what it's doing, it's indexing, it's building, etc. And then you can add information to it. So you might want to add AI features, lead capture form, etc. This was not bad. It sort of turned out to be a fairly decent overview. But what I needed in that moment, and the challenge with your web page is that you then have to host it. And for it to be hosted, to be published, you actually have to pay for it. Problem. So I was like, all right, look, I'm not really there. Here we go. So this is the actual website it created. So it actually did a really good job of that website. Hopefully that makes it big on there. So that's the page. You've got book a strategy call. It's got your services, packages, testimonials. Literally did all of that for me in our with our brand colors. This is not quite our logo. It put all of our packages together that are valid, etc. Put in some testimonials. I mean, clearly that's not me. That's a
I
random.
was just about to say, excuse me, is there something that you haven't told me?
No,
Are you?
no. Clearly that's not me, but I was like, okay, so whilst this is good, I can't really do much with it, because for me to be able to do something with it, I need to somehow host it and make it visible, which is partly why I've been struggling with this AI web page stuff, because I'm like, well, it's really good that it's there, but then I need to pay for it to be hosted. It's another thing I need to subscribe to and manage, etc. So I was like, well, what else can I do? So I went back over here and we went to my apps, and I actually created the launcher pitch deck. So again, it might take a little while to like do its little thing, but essentially I used the same content that we used for the website, and I actually got it to create a slide deck. So you can see that we've got who we help, the opportunity gap. It created all of this for me. Be seen, heard, and chosen. Choose how you want to grow, etc., etc., etc. And I was like, well, what can I do with this slide deck? I need to be able to update it, and I don't want to go back and forth, because sometimes while vibe coding is great, by the time you say something and it does it, you're better off doing it yourself, and you just have more flexibility. And so I actually asked it, I need to be able to use this as a slide deck, and it added this little button here, and it says export to PowerPoint.
Oh my gosh,
fantastic. Literally exports that whole slide deck to PowerPoint. And so when I did that, it means that you can then upload it into Google Slides. You can probably get it to do it for you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then, we were able to then get some feedback on this from prospects and partners and clients, and have actually created this slide deck, which I've had my team update, that we can now, send through to our
that's fantastic.
clients. It, has a bit more, it's got my picture on it, so it's no longer, whoever that random person was in there. And so, and now that means, and we're just sort of working on this last bit here, but it's quite incredible that you're able to start off with, this is AI Studio, the Google AI Studio.
Yeah, I just opened it. How much information did you have to put in?
I can tell you what information I put in. Give me 2 seconds and I will show you, because I got ChatGPT to do that for me.
Oh, yeah,
so
you can set up.
Yeah, so in ChatGPT, I have a project that is launcher marketing. So it has quite a lot of content and overview. And I believe I just asked it to, yes, so
I'm going to have a look around with that for the.
how much info? Not a lot. Hang on, let me just, if I go share this tab instead. So
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so this is under launcher marketing. So obviously there's a lot of context in there in the resource section.
Yeah. That's so good.
So there was that. There is, it actually be seen, heard, service offering structure. I think that's what we started with, was service offering structure. And I've sort of gone over it. That's already pre-created. I've got a spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet has all the information in there. So essentially that's what I uploaded, our spreadsheet, and I asked it to create everything that I needed to. And then I asked it to write the prompt. There it is. It's all sort of kind of there with an overview. And I asked it to write the prompt to create the website.
Oh, yeah, cool.
To create the website for me. And then it did sort of like a JSON style. I don't know if anybody knows what JSON is, kind of JSON to website guide. So I did this first and it created the design. So this is what it said. Use Genti for the headings, blah, 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 blah. So that's what it actually created, right? So this is the prompt. That's the prompt for the website. It's long, but it didn't write it. Did not write it. So, back and forth, I think this whole exercise took me an hour.
Oh, wow.
you know,
Yep.
to be able to get to this and then, you know, get to here. And obviously
And collaborating too. Like you're collaborating with people in the team, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, yes, I am collaborating with people in the team. But initially I didn't. I kind of got it to this point. Well, to export this, I got it to export this. And then once it exported this, then I started to ask our supply partners. I started to ask some of our clients. I talked to our team and got feedback on it. And now we're refining this document to be able to, you know, share and send out. And, you know, I think one of the great things that, you know, one of the biggest learnings, I guess, from all of this when it comes to our marketing collateral in general is, you know, we get stuck about who am I and who's our client, and what the best feedback was that, you know, who is this for and where are they in their customer journey? Are we sending this to people who you've already had a meeting with and now you're giving them the next step so that they can make a decision? Or are you sending this to people before you've had a meeting with them? And so things to really watch out for is what language is being used in your presentation deck, and is that language aligned with what the next phase, so where the person is in their customer journey and what the next actual step for them is, so that you're not confusing the person. And that was really good feedback I had from one of our coaching partners. So we work with a company called Growth Monster, and they're supporting us to go to a direct-to-consumer market, structuring our funnels and our ads, because we can all have blind spots. You know, yes, we're a marketing agency. Yes, we can do really well for other people, but to do this for myself, like your brain does not, it's hard to step away and look back into your business as a marketer. And so, you know, it's important to have people that we can work with to help us.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fantastic. I love that. I'll give
but
it
yeah,
a go.
that was a really good. But again, I always come back to ChatGPT just because that's where all of my information is. It knows.
Yeah.
It knows. So, but you can. I'm really certain that it's possible to export your ChatGPT thing to another AI.
I've only done it a chat link at a time.
Yes, I've done that.
Into Claude, but I wonder. And actually, it's a really good point, because I've used Gemini, I've used, you know, Chatty G, I've used, you know, and now I'm really just trying to learn Claude better. One of my biggest issues is, where do all the outputs go? How do I find them again? And so I've created all these product maps or images or documents, or like where do they all go, right? And so one of the setup things I did in Claude Cowork set up a folder, and I've got one on Google Drive just called Claude Shared Folder. And under there's some subfolders, and I just always, so I said, anything you create, put it in that folder, and it does. That's amazing, right? And the other thing I did was say, give me an output tracker. I want to see all the things I've actually created in on one page, and it created a tracker for me as well, and it updates the tracker as it does new things. Amazing.
ChatGPT, with their current model, has an option to see all your images.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can see my library. I can look at the library, but it doesn't include everything. It was I'm
giving away all my secrets here.
Yeah, stop sharing. You don't have to show everybody your business undies.
Yes.
So in my library, it's all images. Oh no, there are some documents in there, but they're not documents that were created in a chat. So that's what I'm like, that's not going to work for me.
Yeah.
So I just started taking a link from a ChatGPT chat where I know I have there is an output, and putting it back into Claude and saying, find it, do something with it.
There's definitely some merit to teach people how to organize your files. Like I to how to organize your files, how to name your files, how to refer to your files. I just think that the naming conventions within a business are really important. And I think there's a lot of merit to learning how to do that, because that is one thing I am like, the admin side of things, because it takes extra time. And sometimes you don't have the extra time. Like my downloads folder is full of
it's our working folder, isn't it? Like
right.
you basically
goes downloads. When I have time, I put all the things in the clients folders individually. And then I'm like, well, this is all great that it's on my computer, but that's not really helpful to our team, is it? Because nobody has access to my computer. And so all of these things are a bit challenging. So
I think you would be able to update. You would be able to do it into Google Drive from Claude Cowork.
I'm sure. I would even. ChatGPT has AI agent options, and you can download a desktop thing. I have not tried it yet. I've just seen it kind of say that. I'm not sure where Gemini is with all of those things as yet. Did you find the thing you wanted to show us?
No, I've lost my mind.
Yeah.
Obviously it's in Google Drive, and I can't be bothered opening Google Drive and accidentally sharing something on the screen, but which is likely to happen. But what Anna's talking about is that based on that amazing Meltwater report that was the global digital study, and it really talked, and there's a LinkedIn companion to that. And one thing that is top of mind for me and my experts, and for yours too, is what does a Google AI search say about you? And it pulls from LinkedIn. It pulls from LinkedIn and your profile, not your company page. And it pulls from Google Business Profile as well. But also, I thought, well, okay, let me do an audit based on, here's the website of this person I know that I think is amazing, and their LinkedIn profile. Tell me how healthy it is. How do they show up in a Google AI search or a ChatGPT search? And what are your recommendations for them to improve? Because obviously I want to work with them to create that. So that's what I've been doing, is creating these little mini audit reports for people.
And did you make one for me? Do you remember what it said?
Oh yeah, I did actually.
Made one for me. Yeah.
Did I send it through?
No, I think you said, do you want to check it on blah, blah, and I don't think you ever sent it.
Oh, I didn't know you had a dog.
Oh, can you hear him? Oh, I don't have a dog. I actually am pet sitting for my mum, and and he is loud. There he is.
He is loud.
That's Archie. He's also
that's
deaf.
my cat's name. Hilarious. I'm just trying to find your
barking at my bedroom door. I'm not in. Hi, deaf dog. Hi. Archie, come here.
Oh, he's a bit disappointed. He's trying to find you and you're not there.
Come here. Yeah, because he's going to be deaf and doesn't like it. I'm gonna pick him up.
Here we go.
Hi.
I found it.
This is
Puppy.
Yes. Oh. Hello,
I'm going
animal.
to open the video. Oh, no, that's not it. See, this is what happens when you create as much as I am creating in here. You bloody lose track of everything. I'm just trying to open your doco.
Yes, do. Please. I want to know what it says.
And now it is open in Word. So it creates a Word document, but you can also save it up to Google, your Google Drive. And then if I open it in Word, I've just been exporting them as PDFs or whatever anyway. But let me just show you. Speaking of Business Sundays, I'm going to share Word Where are you, Word? I just opened it. Why isn't it opening? Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, guys. Don't know why I can't see my Word. Oh, I'll just scroll down a little bit. Probably be down there. You never know. Let's have a look. Oh, that's so annoying. Talk about something else. Answer the question. Why did you do the slide deck in Google Studio? Was it to test it out, or like could you do it somewhere else and it would have been just as good?
I haven't found anything to be just as good. I think the second slide deck that I've done in Google Studio. Remember when I said I created a brand guide for a client of mine, and I did that in Google Studio. I was actually the same Google Studio. It's and I found it to be the fastest, easiest, and best way for it to create. And actually, it's interesting because Joe decided to try the same thing in a different a system or different app, and he actually did it specifically because I think we bought something on AppSumo, and he wanted to test if some of the things that we subscribe to will work as well. And I'll actually show you what his came out with if I can find it.
I found your Word document as well if you want to. I thought I had Word open. I'm sorry, I didn't. That's why it wasn't showing up.
Oh, that makes sense. No. Yeah, here we go. So he said, I was playing around with GLM. I made this presentation for Anna. It's probably not as good as what we have, but I wanted to test it to see what systems we are paying for and that would take advantage of if we need them. And so this was the presentation deck that it created for us. I can't tell you what prompts he put in or, what specifically worked for him. But maybe it's not a Chrome tab. I'm just going to share my entire screen, and then I'm going to go to WhatsApp. There we go. So this is what it created. You guys can see that. You don't get the like zoom. Yeah. So this is what it created, but it's just it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not as good as the other one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still pretty clean and visually,
Yeah,
easy to read.
Yeah, that's kind of the PDF that it created. So yeah, but I don't know. I just found Google Studio to do a really good job between what ChatGPT prompts it to do and how it works. I haven't tried to do the prompting from Gemini, maybe because I don't have enough in the space there to
the
be
memory
able to,
as well.
Yeah. All right.
But that's a thing. Like you said, once you've been using a platform for a while, it's got all this memory. You can copy and paste the memory from your source, but I don't know if that would be enough anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we should test it. But just in my little trying to find out more about how can we help our experts and consultants and just the humans that we love working with get better at LinkedIn. And I think I said to you, even just from a credibility perspective, it doesn't have to be that you're over there connecting with people and chatting to people and using it's literally just get the placeholder right, because it's going to show up, and then you can use a tool for all sorts of things. But it gives you a little bit of data about personal profiles and how much better the reach is. 95% of B2B buyers say they that some of if they see thought leadership content, it does drive their decisions, which is interesting as well. And then there's a few more stats or whatever, and then it tells me about you. And what it did was it went to your Anna Osherov website, but it also picked up Launcher and came up with some stuff about that as well. Event marketing expert, speaker, facilitator, consultant, and then it picked up that, you know, eventologist and clients you've worked with, and talked about Launcher. Launcher's positioning is sharp. Become the sought-after expert authority in your industry. So that's interesting. So it's picked when you update that branding to have that sort of be seen, heard, and chosen.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up next time.
Great.
But I asked it to, because I think, and I haven't really tested this theory, but a lot of businesses I know use ChatGPT to write all their copy, and they start being quite generic. There's not enough personality and empathy and stories in their copy, because that's specific to them. And if they're not briefing AI properly, it starts to just give them rubbish. So what it said was it loved your story on your about page. The testimonials are really specific that you've got on there, which is amazing. But what it said was phrases that it picked up, visionary leaders, unknown to industry influencers, felt like that probably isn't unique enough to you, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And to get your client stories on there, and that's because you've got Anna Osherov and your Launcher. I think that's all that's for. There's no mention of Launcher on your Anna Osherov site. Well, that's either by design or is coming as you build the Launcher
as I
website.
Differentiate between Anna Osherov brand and the Launcher marketing.
And so what it's saying is there still a way to talk about Launcher enough that people can go and look at it from your Anna Osherov? And then it gave you a little scorecard about what's working really well is your social proof and your recommendations. But it's given you a amber for a few things that need to be updated on your profile. Yeah. What's working, what's missing. Yeah. Now, I suppose
opportunity.
If I sent this to someone who is a marketer or has a marketing person in their team, they're not going to use this report and come back and get me to help them build their brand voice and build it all. But that's really who it's for, people that are trying to do their own marketing and they're not marketers. They want to they don't want to waste their time creating content and doing all that sort of stuff.
Great.
So it's giving you all of those. She's invisible in AI-powered search.
Yeah, that's right, because it doesn't come up.
And so these are the things that I just want those expert consultants and coaches and the people that we love working with to understand.
How to update that?
No, because I'm going to do it.
Great.
Does that make sense? It's like it's a lead magnet.
Would you like to test that, Jenny, and do that for me and see what happens next?
Yeah. So I thought I'm doing a trial with this incredibly she's a researcher, but she's a psychodynamics organizational consultant. So she does all sorts of, dysfunctional boards need her, I don't know, people that are trying to create communities of practice in not-for-profits. Also, she does all sorts of stuff, but her research is nowhere on LinkedIn compared to the site that it's published on. Her website does show up, but I kept saying to her, put everything on your personal profile as well. This was years ago. I told her to do it. Yeah. And so I'm trialing this with her to say, what difference can we make to the AI search output in 2 weeks versus maybe a month? So I'll do the same with you, and we can really test it.
I was being a bit cheeky, tongue in cheek, like, come on, Jenny.
No, but I think we should. I think it'd be we need some stories, because everything has changed so much. AI is so important to people like us being found. We're not spending 6 figures on ads. Yeah. We're not even spending 5 figures on ads. We need to start getting the getting found and without spending, like you said, 2 days creating content. Like, who's got time for that? How can we use AI in a better way? If the voice blueprint is right, then the content is creating itself from the stuff you've already got, hopefully, most of the time. But yeah, that was sort of what creating products. That wasn't really a co-work. Oh no, it is in co-work because it's going to do all the report and creating a report for me and everything. And so yeah, I said I want this to be, I guess, yeah, a lead gen opportunity. So I've created some for quite a few consultancies and sent it through for feedback. Like, is information interesting? Is it valuable to you? You know.
No, I want to keep talking. We are currently nearly on an hour, and I think we should wrap it up because we probably have things that need to be done. Yeah. So do we want to set it? So I've set you. I like this. I just set you tasks to do for me between now and next time. I will definitely come back with lots of cool things because lots of things to happen in a fortnight, which is how often we are live. And so, again, for everybody listening at home, please do, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channels. If you are seeing this on Facebook or on LinkedIn, please do comment on there. I think we're
send us a message, ask a question in a comment, because we would love to be solving some of those
problems for you.
Yeah. What's the thing that bothers you the most in your day-to-day operation of your practice, whatever it is you do for a living? What is the thing that you either forget to do or you hate doing or you avoid or whatever? There will be a really simple solution that doesn't necessarily involve spending lots and lots of thousands of dollars with an AI tech person.
And I have an idea. So for those that are brave and actually give us a task specifically for you, we will do two things. One is we will do our best to actually work it out, so you won't have to pay for it. Number two, we'll bring you on the show and we can talk to you about how we solved your problem. So that is going to give you even more reach. So if you've been thinking about or you see this and you're like, oh, I got something, please message us, a DM, either one of us. If you know us, which lots of people do, reach out. Love to be able to really solve some other people's problems.
Yeah. Because this is just so much fun. We're learning as we go. I don't want to install some big AI thing all at once in my business. I find some of the experts are just making it so complicated because they want to do it for you.
Yes.
Whereas we're sort of like, okay, what's the best way to do this? And learn as we go and solve problems as we go and share that here. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I think that is it from us. We are going to mosey on out. You can hear our little jingle again. I didn't tell you about the jingle. I did not have time, but just very, very quickly, so I spent 3 days at a training seminar with Clinton Swain. It's called Play to Win. One of every single exercise is a personal development and a business development exercise for growth. One of them is called Time to Market. Now, we won, which is, probably as it should be given that. But one thing that's really, really important is having a jingle that is memorable. And I think one of the reasons that we won is because we created a jingle, and the idea is to pull something out of a box and then market it for something that it's not. Now, this thing was a Frisbee. It was shaped like this.
Okay.
Like this. All right. And we called it a smudgy, the best way to smuggle your budgie. And it's basically an alternative to Speedos.
Classic.
And Blair, my partner, bless him, he's sometimes, you got to know what people are good at. And I said, we need a jingle. And he literally came up with a jingle instantly. And for whatever reason, it is not right now top of my mind. But the jingle, I'll share the video if I can.
Oh, good story. Yeah,
I'll share the video. I know, good story, Anna. You had all of this really cool things to be able to share. And now you have forgotten because your brain has been too far on this. And I reckon I'll be able to find this very, very, very quickly. I will not be able to find anything very quickly.
Oh, that's so funny. Share it next time. Or share it on your LinkedIn profile.
I will have to share it. But anyway, the point is that when you think about marketing, do think of a jingle because it works. Our jingle right here is about to play. I'm going to say over and out. Sorry for my terrible SHaiT story. Love you all. Chat very soon.